In the latest episode of Star Wars Rebels, the Empire finally realizes that Chopper is not an Imperial droid after all. And even more importantly, toilets are shown on screen for the first time ever. This sounds like I'm being very sarcastic about this episode, and ultimately it was kind of inconsequential, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun, it made me laugh. The past few episodes have been very serious, and I have no doubt Twin Suns and Zero Hour are going to be pretty heavy, so Double Agent Droid was kind of, shall we say, refreshing. Get it? The plot revolved around AP-5, Chopper, and Wedge infiltrating an Imperial base on Killin 71 to steal clearance codes for their upcoming attack on the Lothal factory where TIE Defenders are being produced. So they do what they always do and give Chopper a paint job, and like I said, finally the Empire picks up on it. So a group of cyborg Imperial technicians take remote control of him so they can try to steal the location of Phoenix Squadron's base. I'm glad this finally got addressed because Chopper has never looked convincing. But AP-5 offers the explanation that the Empire simply doesn't take droids seriously or pay much attention to them at all. Once the codes are captured, Wedge and the droids are allowed to escape, and Chopper immediately falls under suspicion because he's being nice, which I thought was funny. But the Imperial technician wastes no time and locks everyone in the cargo hold so he can vent them into space. Of course they stop that, but I thought the potential airlocking was pretty bleak. AP-5 is forced to go on a spacewalk so he can stop Chopper from sending the Ghost hyperspace logs to the Empire, which he does, but he winds up floating through space. And he's actually pleased about it. I think that scene of him singing will be a little polarizing to fans, but I for one thought it worked very well. Mostly because of his immediate disappointment when he was rescued. His frustration at having to continue being around people cracked me up. I think what I liked most about this episode was how much of the plot was influenced by the characters and their existing relationships with each other. No one believes AP-5 at first because he's known for being annoying and paranoid, but then they realize he's right because Chopper is known for not being nice. Wedge was sent on the mission in the first place exactly because he's not as familiar with the droids. Zeb takes pleasure in electrocuting Chopper because they've always had an antagonistic relationship. But ultimately, they're all a family. They protect each other, and seeing Hera go into mom mode to save Chop was heartwarming. Although I will say her plan of supercharging the Imperial ship by wirelessly sending a ton of power to it seemed a little convenient. I'm no electrical engineer, but that sounds completely impossible. But whatever, it's a minor gripe. Also, the electricity affected the ship and the crew, and I kind of suspect the camera cut away right before this guy's head exploded. Speaking of the Imperial controller, he was voiced by Josh Gad, who has been hounding Daisy Ridley for Star Wars leaks lately. But the character himself reminded me a lot of Pablo Hidalgo. The beard, the glasses, and the computer-like brain. I said earlier that this episode felt a little inconsequential, but I think there were two developments here that kept it from being straight filler. First, the Imperial codes were obtained, and the mission to Lothal can move forward. Second, and I'm speculating here, but it's possible the technicians were able to get enough information to find the Atollon base. They said they downloaded 50% of the data, and they started cross-referencing their data banks for possible locations. As the ship exploded, the ship's memory core was specifically mentioned as being lost, so all of that could mean nothing, but it's possible they transmitted some of the data they found. If Thrawn gets his hands on it, it could be exactly what he needs to find the base. Before I wrap up, I want to talk about two more things, Wedge and toilets. This was the most important episode for Wedge since his defection. Not only was he central to the plot, but it was great seeing him bond with Zeb and Ezra. He's making friends within the rebellion. I could see him becoming a larger part of the show in Season 4. I still don't think Sabine will be out of the show for long, but if her role continues to be reduced, I would be okay with more Wedge screen time. And now let's talk about toilets. 2 weeks ago, I made a big deal out of seeing plumbing in Through Imperial Eyes, so I can't not talk about seeing an entire bathroom on the Imperial shuttle, or as they call it, a refresher. That's nothing new to Star Wars, refreshers have been around since Legends, but seeing plumbing of any kind is so rare in Star Wars, it's just not talked about or shown. It's one of those unimportant things that just dawns on you one day when you realize nobody ever goes to the bathroom in Star Wars. So yes, I got probably overly excited about seeing a toilet on screen for the first time. I also guess it's confirmed that flight suits have zippers. But that's it for today. What did you think of Double Agent Droid? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see my other Rebels reviews, check out this playlist here. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with Star Wars news and lore videos every single day, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.